Don't forget to push that like button as it does help out the channel. And if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and enable all notifications so you don't miss a single video. And I thank you for 7 years of support. The one question that has been asked by the Dragon Ball fandom nonstop since 2018 is, when are we going to get more weekly Dragon Ball Super anime episodes? Well, the answer may be coming sooner than later. So DBS Chronicles on Twitter is reporting that he's confirming that Dragon Ball, there will be new weekly Dragon Ball episodes set after the Tournament of Power, the Universal Survival arc, that it's in production right now, and the anime is going to come back in 2023, and that there's going to be another Dragon Ball movie after Superhero in pre-production, and that Toei is planning to release movies once every 2 or 3 years. So let me go into a little bit more information. You're going to want to stay tuned for this whole video to get all the information that I have for you. So this internally has not really been that big of a secret. I've been talking about this a lot with several people of the anime coming back now, but there's some interesting stuff going on. So back in 2019, Dragon Ball Super was set to return originally, but plans changed, and because of plans changing, the series was postponed. Instead, what Shueisha did and the Dragon Ball Room did was focus on the manga, and they started pre-producing Dragon Ball Super Superhero and basically changed the direction of the franchise for at least the next few years. Now, for the past 12 months, I can tell you that internally, and I've talked about this in my streams, there has been a lot more talk ramping up about Dragon Ball Super or the Dragon Ball anime coming back. And earlier this year, Dragon Ball Room executive producer of Shueisha, Akio Ioku, Toriyama's right-hand man, stated that there's going to be more coming after Superhero, and that we get more information by the end of this year. And I do believe that's what he's talking about here. Now, there's been talk, as I said, internally of Dragon Ball coming back for quite some time. But like I said, it was postponed. Recently, a mutual friend of mine spoke to a writer from Dragon Ball Super who is currently writing, I think he's writing Digimon now, but I'm not entirely sure on that. And he said that the anime was postponed and that it would return after the end of Dragon Quest Dai, because most of the primary Toei animators are working on Dragon Quest Dai. Now, that's only from one source, and Dragon Quest Dai is on its final season right now. Or not the final season, the final arc, that is to say. Digimon is still on the air. And until those two things come to an end, or at least one of them do, don't expect Super to come back. However, I do have some new information for you. A couple of new tidbits here that you should be aware of, because it's going to be important going forward. Number one, Dragon Ball Super Superhero has been a success in Japan. Not quite on the level of Broly, but it has been a success, and the movie's coming out August for pretty much everywhere else, as far as North and South America, and most of Europe is going to get it in August. And then other countries will around September or so. US, Mexico, Latin America, South America, Canada will all be getting it in August. Now, there's been talk about Dragon Ball coming back for the past year, as I said, but I've been very hesitant to report on it because nothing is really concrete yet. I'm not confident enough in reporting on this yet because of what happened before, because the truth is that plans could change yet again. Now, in this situation, I highly doubt that's the case, because we've been sitting on this information for about a year now, and I've been really hesitant to report on it because A, the last time that I reported something from the inside, I got in hot water with certain executives, and B, we just don't know what's going to happen. And if Dragon Ball Superhero would have flopped in Japan, they may have just said, screw it, no more Dragon Ball. But that's not what's going on here. The movie was very successful, and I think that even though they were already planning to bring the series back, I think that when the movie did as well as it did in Japan, I feel like that was enough for them to say, okay, green light, let's go ahead and do it. Now, I could be wrong on that. That's just speculation on my part. So, as it stands right now, according to DBS Chronicles, this is his story, not mine. I'm just going to tell you what I've heard, that whatever comes next from Dragon Ball Super it will be after the Tournament of Power. Now, originally, back in 2018, I was directly told they are not going to be adapting the Broly movie. However, that may have changed for a couple of reasons. Number one, with 2 movies being out now and the manga having its own continuity, they're going to have to adapt the Moro and Granola arcs as well as something else after that and go in the proper order to make everything sort of flow like what they did with Dragon Ball Super before. That remains to be seen. Number 2, and this is a big one. I want y'all to remember this because you're hearing it here first. When Dragon Ball comes back next year, it might not be called Dragon Ball Super. Now, I'm under the belief that it will be because Dragon Ball Super is the current branding of the franchise. All the movies are now called Dragon Ball Super, both Broly and Superhero. The TV show was Dragon Ball Super. The games, not so much. They're still just called Dragon Ball, but the brand name is known as Dragon Ball Super. However, with the returning series, because of Dragon Ball Super or Super Dragon Ball Heroes being a thing, and because of the overuse of the word super, plus some internal mumblings that have been going on for quite some time, the show may not be called Dragon Ball Super, but nonetheless, it's still going to be Dragon Ball. It's still going to be what you've been wanting, and that is more episodes of Dragon Ball. That's what we want. Now, here's the other thing you got to keep in mind, too. This movie, Dragon Ball Super Superhero, experimented in hybrid 2D, 3D animation. And I think I can speak for most of us who have seen clips from the film or trailers or actually seen the whole movie that it definitely turned out better than I was expecting because I was very concerned about where they were going with this. So there is a possibility. Now, again, I want you to read or at least hear what I have to say. Excuse me. There is a possibility that the upcoming series will also be 2D, 3D. What I'm going to do in the next week or so is I'm going to try and find out as much information as I can about this returning Dragon Ball project, Dragon Ball Super's new episodes, and come back to you with another video when I get even more information, because this matches up with what I have heard, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be announced in 2022 or beyond. If you are in my Discord server, we've already talked about this. If you're a member, if you're in my Discord, you know we've talked about 2023 being the date. I even have screenshots of DMs with people or I can show you some other time, where I've talked about 2023 being the date. But again, there was so much focus on getting Superhero done, especially after the hack, that whole thing kind of got put aside for a few months. But now that Superhero's on the air, looks like they're going back to it. Now, once again, I want to reiterate, this is DBS Chronicles' report. I'm not reporting on this officially. I'm just telling you that I've heard similar things, but I do not know 100% as far as when it's going to come back, whether it be April, July, October of next year. I don't have a date for you. I know that it'll probably be in the same time slot that it used to be, which is right before One Piece, where Digimon is airing right now. But this is pretty much all credit goes to Chronicles. This is his report. All I'm doing is I'm expounding on what I've heard, as well as telling y'all that I'm going to do my homework to get even more information on this. Because, like I said, I've heard things, but it's still so early. This thing is so early in pre-production. I don't know how far along the production actually is, to be honest. He says in production, but it could just be that they're getting ready to start when they haven't actually started yet. The good news is that when Dragon Ball comes back this time, it will not have the same problems as Super did with the bad animation and the kind of wonky writing. At least I hope not. It'll be a lot more streamlined. It'll be a lot more focused, and it'll be just a better overall production. That I can tell you. As of right now, no word on Naohiro Shintani's involvement or Chikase Kubota or any of the Sumitomo. Like, I have no clue on that information yet. All we know now is that according to Chronicles, it's his report. I'm giving him all the credit. More Dragon Ball coming in 2023 movies. This matches up what I heard in the past 12 months, as actually the past 14 months, not even 12 months, 14 months. And it does match up with what Akio Iyoku said earlier this year. So I expect, if you're waiting for an announcement, It's going to come later this year. I don't think it'll be at San Diego Comic-Con, but you never know. You never know what Shueisha wants to do with this property. Either way, the manga will continue, and the anime will likely follow along the manga until it eventually overtakes it, if it ever does. Hopefully, if it does, we'll get good stuff, but again, that's down the road. Right now, all I can tell you is Dragon Ball Super, or a Dragon Ball, it might not be called Super, a Dragon Ball anime set to return 2023. We'll see what happens. There's the information. Take it or leave it. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. And we'll have a lot more on this developing story in the coming days and weeks. That's a guarantee. Talk to you soon.